Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Woo! Let me put on subscriber only mode just in case. Sometimes when I do streams and it's about addressing something that's happened somewhere or with somebody that's on another channel, it can get a little bit you know. Why am I echoing in my own headset? Can you guys hear me okay? Push one in the chat for me if you can hear me okay. Yeah, I'm echoing. That's weird. I don't have YouTube up, I don't think. Well, I'm in YouTube doing my stream. Figures, right? Do you guys hear an echo or is it just me? Because I mean, I can just turn down my volume in my headset. Everybody can hear okay? No echo. Awesome. So yeah, it's just in my headphones then. I will just turn that down and everything will be great. So it's Tuesday, it's election day. You guys don't forget to go and vote. Ooh, I even I even turned down the sound on I guess I'll put it up. I don't really technically need my AirPod in my ear. Hopefully it doesn't echo like on the actual phone. That would be weird. It sounds really weird to hear myself talking while I'm talking. You guys don't even know. Okay, better. It looked like it lagged out for a second. Hopefully that's back and you guys are here with me. So good morning, good morning. I voted past Tuesday early. Awesome. Yeah, that's probably a great idea. I should have done that, but I didn't. So how's everybody doing today other than that? Everybody doing okay? I keep telling people I don't care who you vote for, just do it. They are expecting 90% turnout today. I'm working the desk at our town vote. Awesome. That's awesome. I'd imagine they're already busy this morning. The kids don't have school, so I'm like, my kid is home and must be nice. I wish I was home sleeping today too, but somebody's got to come out here and do the hustle and the grind this morning. We're going to vote when we walk. We park at the voting place. Awesome, Mimi. That's great. So yeah, make sure you vote. You can't really complain about the process or the system or the people in place if you don't go and vote. Basically, it's slow. Many towns here have school. Ours doesn't. I voted early. That's great, yeah. You can't really complain about the process if you don't participate in it. You know what I mean? PJ, do you work on the... No, I did volunteer rescue, and when COVID started, I kind of shrunk back from it because I never really had to wear a mask while I was in EMS, and then they did COVID and it was like you had to be all masked up and it didn't really make sense to me, and I don't really do very well muzzled. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I don't like that whole mask thing, and it's like I can save everybody else, but for myself it's hard to yeah. Laura, I work with cars, not on cars, but I'd rather not really say. A lot of people know, but I just prefer not to say. PJ, I thought of you and Dolly on Sunday when there were dozens of Karen Reed supporters protesting my city. I took a photo and forgot to upload. Oh, man. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Yeah, that'll be fun. I can't wait for that. I've never been to Boston, and so we're going to be there at some point in the beginning of the trial. I can't do mass for a long period of time. It's hard. I don't blame you. Yeah, it's like the entire time that I was on the back of an ambulance saving people's lives before COVID, I've never had to wear a mask. And then, you know, we would mask up the patients that were really, really sick. Like if you were really, 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 really sick, like you're going to be contagious and you might possibly sneeze on you or whatever, that you'd get a mask, but not the person that's tending to you. So it's like, I just didn't understand, I guess, the process. So Plus, it was volunteer. I was going to do a career in it, but then I started to see things within the system, like the medical field, in my opinion, is just a income-based business. So, awesome. Thank you so much, Helena. You're so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate you very much. So let me get on to my point and my topic. It was brought to my attention yesterday that a creator, allegedly with Brittany J, was shown on a video, and I guess it was from 2 years ago, kicking a cat. And so I watched the video a couple times. It looks to me like she makes contact with a cat. Apparently, I'm just too stupid. I'm blind. I can't really tell the difference between a cat and a shadow. And she just swears to God that she didn't kick the cat. Fine. I was wrong. I'm sorry. If she did not, in fact, kick the cat, to me, it looked like she did. And I don't find that funny. Honestly, I don't find that funny. I don't find almost kicking the cat amusing. I don't find... I just can't. I have cats. I have dogs. I have this extreme love for innocent animals that can't help defend themselves, that can't do anything to ward off your kick you're about to do. Like, all right, let me get it together. I didn't want to do like this big emotional freaking angry rant, but I'm not one to shy away from speaking on how I feel or what I see or what I think, or, you know, and that doesn't mean everybody else has to feel the same way. Nobody else has to agree with me. We can all agree to disagree. It is what it is. I typically wasn't watching that channel anyway, so it's not going to affect me in any way. I don't really watch that channel at all. So if you have videos out from 15 years ago, or however long ago it was, and you're literally saying you're going to go over and kick a cat to get it away from the other cat, and then you walk over and proceed to do the movement and the motions of kicking a cat where there's cats right there by your foot, and then you come back and laugh hysterically like you just told the best joke on the planet, I'm not going to like you. I'm sorry. I just don't agree in that type of treatment for animals. I don't agree that that is okay. I don't think it's funny. I just don't. And then for you to proceed to review the video, which if you truly think that something is not okay in somebody else's video, as a YouTuber, you really have to have thick skin. It's really hard. Like some people watch their favorite creators and think, oh, this is so easy. I'm going to just be a YouTuber. Rosemary, thank you so much. Thanks for becoming a member. It's not easy. You have to have really, really thick skin. My screen keeps going dim like YouTube has been annoying me lately. I think they're doing like an update or something. But, if you think that you are going to just become a YouTuber and it's just easy income, it's not. You really have to... Oh my God, I have to tell you a story about a bird. Big bird, don't let me forget. But it's not easy being a YouTuber. You really have to have thick skin. I say YouTuber, basically just somebody that comes online and decides to broadcast their whole life. So, if this upsets you that somebody's going to dissect a video that you had publicly on your channel and, you know, it depicts you possibly kicking a cat, grow thicker skin, please. And then for your whole chat to talk about somebody's near-death experience, you would have thought that would have taught someone a lesson. And, oh, PJ is so unattractive. She's so jealous of everything. Honey, to each his own. You can have that opinion. It's okay. You're not hurting my feelings. You're not hurting his feelings. People that were saying that I am ruining Dolly's channel. The numbers don't seem to match with your input. It is what it is. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be somebody that disagrees with you. There's always going to be people that don't like you. It's a part of life. So, I mean, there's nothing else I can really say on that other than just don't hurt animals. Don't record yourself attempting to hurt animals. And I'll leave you alone. Why do I come to hear the word birds? The other night, I had a bird fly in my house. So I'm going to work. And I worked as a manager of an electric company, okay? So I pull into the parking lot, and I am... Actually, no, this happened when I was leaving the parking lot. It was in the parking lot, basically. I'm getting ready to leave work, and my building was off of like a main road. There's there's 4 lanes one direction and 4 lanes the other direction. So I am driving to leave the parking lot. And all of a sudden, this transit van, TRT bus, is basically like a public transportation. TRT bus comes, and it's like a pigeon, like nothing fancy. It wasn't like a freaking dove or anything, you know. This pigeon just chilling in the middle of the road. This TRT bus comes, and just, you see the bird go up in the air, fly around like this, and go plummet to the ground. I just got off work. I called the guy that I was dating at the time, and I cried hysterically. He's like, calm down. What's the matter? What's the matter? He thought like I got hurt or something. And I'm like, this bird, and it got, oh my God. I literally cried hysterically for like an hour over this damn bird that I just like. Same thing happened one time. Oh my God. I was on a night shift, because when I worked EMS, it was volunteer work, and so I would do a job during the day. I worked at a car dealership, and I would get off at 6 o'clock, usually on like a Friday, and then I would go straight to the rescue station, and then I would work 6 p.m. to 6 to 6. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I ran a whole night shift one time. Another animal story. And I had a code that night, and so full CPR. CPR is hard. Like, I was walking like this by the time that I was done doing it, because your arms, and you're supposed to just, it's precision. And so I had actually done CPR that shift, and I had no issue. I wasn't crying about the CPR. I wasn't upset, you know. It's life. It's like when you get to a certain level, you start just recognizing certain things happen. Certain people are meant or have to die. They're not meant to die. They have to die because they're sick, or, you know. And so for me, especially when they're like older in their age, I'm okay with stuff like that. I mean, of course it upsets me deep down, but it's not something where I would cry hysterically or it actually have any effect on me physically, or, you know, right then and there. Well, another time I left shift, and I'm driving, and I get to my street where my parents live, because I was staying with my parents again. And I couldn't swerve to avoid hitting a squirrel, and I hit a squirrel. Another time, oh my God, I was like inconsolable for half of a day. And I was thinking to myself, like, I literally just did CPR on a lady that I knew wasn't making it, because the only reason she was still being resuscitated is because her pacemaker was setting off. And it was actually pretty apparent that the lady was no longer with us. But, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, I didn't even cry over the actual human that was dying in front of me or had passed away in front of me. But I'm, like, sobbing because of this poor squirrel that couldn't help it and ran out and got in front of my car, and I couldn't miss it. So I'm just a very big animal lover, and so if I see video or anybody talking about video, or just even an attempt of somebody in a video doing something that harms animals, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I can't help it. So, if that upset some Brittany J fans yesterday, so be it. I mean, we're not the same. If you guys think that's entertainment, or that's okay to do, or that's funny, kick animals, I mean, stay over there on your side. I don't really. And then, like I said, the whole chat following that was just completely into this full fucking we hate Dolly and PJ mode. Like, and she sat there just allowing it to happen. I mean, that's the type of channel you want to be. That's on you. I'm a big animal lover, been a vegetarian. Awesome hugs, dealer. That's great. I don't think that I could go without meat, but I know that if it was up to me and I had to hunt for my own food, forget it. I would be a stick. I wouldn't eat. With the levels of compassion for animals and all these monsters that have children, awful horrendous things. Yeah. It's just, I can't watch a movie or anything that hurts. No, me neither. The movies where the dog gets hurt or dies, oh my God, every time. And it's funny that you say that because Dolly would be sitting there watching movies with me, and I'm like hysterical, like if the dog died. I'm like, why do they have to kill the dog? You know, like the dog was helpless. He thinks it's funny when I do that. But I mean, I can't help it. It's like the innocent creature doesn't have to suffer due to, you know, human neglect, and just don't do it. Like, there was a documentary, Don't Fuck with Cats. It basically showed the support of animals from the community. Somebody was really, like, severely mentally deranged, showing them messing with, oh my God, Old Yeller, yes. There was so it was on the internet. They were posting videos like of the man was torturing animals, cats, and a group of people came together. They were just basically sleuths, and found this person, and then they did all these things to try and get justice for these cats, because he ended up being a serial killer, allegedly. I don't know if the movie's true or the documentary, but Old Yeller was the saddest movie ever, and it was like a kid movie. I watched that when I was young, and I remember I've never been the same since Old Yeller, honestly. But as far as Peanut and Fred the raccoon, the reason why I felt like that was important, basically, I definitely think that today, being election day, you need to make sure that you have a voice and that you have a say in what happens in your state, what happens where you live, and who gets to be in charge of your well-being. Because, you know, as we saw this past week, a couple with their pet squirrel and pet raccoon were called upon, and the government went and came to take their animals, and then a silly little bite from the squirrel proceeded in them being euthanized, so their tissue in their brain could be examined to make sure they didn't have rabies. And I was thinking, well, couldn't you at least give these people time to get their paperwork in order so they could keep their squirrel? And I mean, if the squirrel had rabies, wouldn't you just be able to wait a couple of days to see if you're symptomatic? I mean, that's how I remember it when I learned about certain diseases. It was rabies had a turnaround time where you would be symptomatic. But again, that's the medical industry for you. I feel like the medical industry is like a changing thing, and that what I learned before may not be the same. And it's almost like they go as they see fit, honestly. Don't Fuck with Cats is a real story. I watched it a while back. Really, see, I knew it was either based off of a real story or actually a real story. No one, something had happened, it's done to you. I was in the bushes and I got a membership gift in Brittany's chat, but I was reading chat and everyone was just attacking your looks and unsubscribe. Yeah. See, that's what I mean, Lisa. And from what I remember of when I've kind of participated or watched that channel, is that this person cries the loudest whenever somebody says something against them, but never really owns anything that they do. And one thing that I've heard often being mentioned about this channel is that they seem to casually go against another person and then allow their entire chat to completely bash this person while they sit on their channel as an innocent party, then claim they didn't say or do anything bad against this person, while the entire chat is like this trash dump of just slander, harassment, just nasty. If you have something against what I said, like even some people that were like, oh, PJ must be blind, clearly she didn't see that no cat was broken or hit or damaged, or, you know, and I'm like, okay, that's fair, you know, they think I'm blind because I didn't see the cat, or, you know, and that's a fair criticism in my opinion. For somebody that sees a cat being kicked and somebody that doesn't see a cat being kicked, it's fair to say, as a argumentative statement to the argument, you must be blind if you think that, you know, she kicked the cat. Okay, that's fair. But then to say, oh, PJ's jealous because of her ugly looks and how unattractive she is, that doesn't even make sense in an argument. Like, where did that even come from? And why are you even so focused on my looks that you're just that upset with it? I'm sorry. Wicked West. She kicked the damn cat, period. Wicked West, she made all of the motions to kick the cat, whether the cat got out of her way or whether the cat somehow wasn't at the end of her foot, is absolutely, at this point for me, null and void. I truly don't care. The fact that she had her stupid giggle going and her foot movement and action in the direction of the cat, and then she laughed, and then she says, I kicked the cat, or whatever she says, I'm sorry, period. Own the shit you did. Say you freaking did it, period. And then move on. If you don't think that it's right, accept the fact that you did it and say sorry and that it's not right and people shouldn't mistreat animals, and then move along with it. Like, that's it. That's all you have to do. I mean, there was a video that I did where my dog was sitting in a corner of the freaking, in the yard. And I was lecturing him because earlier he had ran around chasing a baby rabbit. He got the rabbit. I cried hysterically again. There's so many stories where I'm like, there's animals involved and I'm hysterical. So like, I'm in the video and I'm like, how dare you? And I'm just, kind of like harshly talking to the dog because I was so upset over him chasing this baby bunny that I just didn't know how to process it other than like, and I always made videos like all day, every day. So it's like, it was kind of just my thing just to kind of grasp what happened and to freaking talk it out. People thought it was in bad taste for me to post a video. People were upset with me for talking about this baby rabbit. I didn't go into like gory details or anything, but I just basically was really upset with the dog, lecturing the dog sternly, and a lot of my channel was based around me and my relationship with Wrangler, who you guys saw last night, hopefully. If you didn't catch it on Dolly Vision, half of the stream, Wrangler sat on my lap like he was part of the set, so that was fun. But that was one video that I remember that somebody really took offense to and was really upset by, and I actually understood. I said, it was in poor taste for me to discuss that with the dog on a live stream, and I apologized, and I never did that kind of thing ever again. I don't suggest doing that kind of video, and so like, if you just own up to what the hell, that's it. Like, that's all you got to do. You don't have to hold streams dragging the person that mentioned your issues and, like, irrelevantly talking about their looks and how, it is what it is. But just make sure you guys vote today. It's important. We want to make sure our squirrels and our raccoons are protected and we don't have a rogue government that takes over and freaking tries to come to our homes and take our pets. Because pets are important. I love Wrangler and Lola. Wrangler was out of control for a really long time. I'm not very good at setting down stern boundaries, whether it be my kid, my dog. I'm a pushover. I'll try to set rules and boundaries, and then I'll find it easier just to give in. So Wrangler's been quite naughty for quite some time, and that's my fault. And so now that he's over there with us, and Jimmy's more the authoritative figure, he listens to Jimmy. Me, not so much still, but he was so out of control. I was so terrified to bring him over. In some part of my brain, I thought that Wrangler was going to just attack Lolo or something, and it turns out Lolo is actually more aggressive towards Wrangler. It's not anything bad, like aggressive, like they're hurting each other. It's more like she gets yippy anytime he comes into her space and she doesn't want him in her space. It's actually really cute. But I was so relieved. And you know what? I'm going to finish this up with this. But I was so relieved because I had this irrational fear of Lolo and Wrangler not getting along with each other, and me having to figure out what I'm going to do with my dog, how we're going to cope. Like, I thought in my brain that we were going to be living from here on out with one dog in one room and one cage, and one dog in the other room with their cage, and that wasn't the case. The dogs are just, they love each other, they'll play, they don't hurt each other, and it was just the best situation that could have arose from that. But when me and Jimmy first started dating, it was closely after he came back from Georgia, got arrested, all that bad stuff at Quentin Simon's house. And he had been arguing with an ex-girlfriend, and Lolo because she was keeping Lolo while he was out of town. And when he got back, the whole relationship fell apart, and she had still had Lolo. And so she claimed that she couldn't go give Lolo back because he was abusive. They went to court. I mean, it was this big, just drawn out mess. And so there came a point in time where he was getting Lolo back because the court ordered her to return Lolo. And he said something to me like, what are we going to do if Lolo doesn't like you? And I'm like, excuse me, sir, have you met me? I've never met a dog that didn't like me, ever. And he laughed, and I laughed, and then I thought to myself, like, what if Lolo doesn't like me? But no, deep down I knew the dog would love me, because I've never had a dog that didn't like me, ever. I mean, there's been dogs that have been sketchy of me at first, but then, like, you know, I love dogs. I will literally lay in the ground with the dog, playing with the dog, petting the dog. I think dogs know deep down what a human's character is. It's weird. Like, they have this sixth sense. Look at the time. I always do this. You can tell Wrangler loves dog. He does. He really does. Reba, I cannot. Physically hurts my heart to watch somebody be abusive towards animals. And whether she kicked it, she didn't kick it, at this point, I don't even care to argue that part. The fact she made the motions to attempt to kick this cat at this point, to me, is still a problem. I would never expect anyone that I'm close with to ever, and I don't find it funny. I just don't. I'm sorry. Please don't do political in chat. And I gotta go. Look, I got 6 minutes to go run and clock in. I remember that mess. I literally had tears when Dolly broke the news that he was getting Lolo back from that monster. We went to go get Lolo back that night, and oh my God, it was the cutest thing. I think I have video of him when Lolo got out of the cage and they met each other again. And oh my God, it was just so cute. Thank you, Big Bird. I love us too. We're a great couple. We get along really well. It's just easy. It's easy. It's fun. Anywhere we go, it's fun. Like, we have fun in the grocery store. We have fun just anything we do. It's like, I don't know. I love it. I love us. But, yeah, I got to close out. I always get to this, and then I want to just keep talking. Like, I got so much I could say, but it just always gets jumbled. And then that's usually why when I actually do streams where I'm really, you know, on it, I write notes, because it's easier that way. But honestly, it's just, you've been together long. No, we've been together for about 2 years. Thank you, guys. I love watching your two's adventures. Now have a good day, doll. Thank you. You too. I'm excited to meet you guys in Boston. You guys, I say you guys, but Big Bird. And yeah. $7.25. It's payroll day. I'm going to be doing payroll. Solomon Island. Cool. I don't know where that is, but it sounds fun. I like islands. Have a great day, you guys. Again, just overall, don't be mean to animals, please. For the love of God, just don't do it. Gotta go. Gotta go. Bicycle. Have a great day, everybody.